Listen to this story. Simsbury leaders could ban smoking in public places. They'll host a public hearing about this proposal a little bit later on today, actually tonight. And Eyewitness News reporter Olivia Schuler joins us now live in Simsbury with the preview. Olivia, specifically, where would these bans take place?
Roger, good morning. Well, the proposed ordinance would put a ban on certain smoking products in the areas of parks, playgrounds, and even certain government offices. Now, the town of Simsbury already has a ban on recreational marijuana sales. Town officials wanted to ban those sales to ensure public marijuana smoking would be kept at bay in public places. Now, the new proposed ordinance eliminates smoking tobacco, cannabis, and vaping in public completely. Penalties would start with a $100 fine. Tonight, the board asked for two versions of the drafted ordinance. One draft provides an exemption for the Simsbury Farms golf course, and the other draft does not provide this exemption. Town Council member Eric Wellman has previously told Channel 3 there's a chance for an exemption on the golf course because golf is a distant game and golfers like to smoke while playing. Now, the public hearing will be here at Town Hall at 6 o'clock later tonight. We're live this morning in Simsbury. Olivia Schuler, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.